For them to come all the way in. Wait a minute for them to come all the way in. We live already. We live.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We bringing them in. We bringing them in right now. We bringing them in. We bringing them in. We live, but we live right now, but we bringing them in. Hey people, what's going on? Monday Night Football, Cowboys, Eagles. It's going down. End of week 3, pandemonium. Cowboys step into their business. This is Chop Cheese TV Sports Edition alongside of the McKenzie Report with my man Big J, football extraordinaire, analyst, and everything else you want to know about it. My man got the scoop, the tea, and all the rest of the things that go along with it. We in the mix, the Merciful and Big J. We here Monday Night Football, Cowboys, Eagles. Jay, talk about it, man.
It's old school NFC East. Looks like in the new generation form. It's put up or shut up really for the Cowboys. They've been favored to win the NFC East. They're supposed to. They take a big step forward, whatever, because the Giants can't get it together. The Washington football team is in stabilized condition. So a win here puts them right up to the top in the NFC East, and they can go forward from there.
Listen, man, this one here, he's doing what he's doing. Dak is doing what he's doing, man. Like, you know.
Yeah, and they taking it easy. They flipping Pollard and Zeke. Zeke's probably tired of hearing all the calls and the cat calls of Tony Pollard taking over his position. And he's really putting on a performance with a national audience at home. Mind you, it's their first home game. It's the home opener for the Cowboys. They've been on the road last 2 weeks and stuff. We saw them in Tampa Bay, then also in Los Angeles against the Chargers. So this is their home opener. So Zeke he's been hearing all the cat calls and everybody telling him that, you know, you're losing your job. So he's really putting on a performance so far. They got one touchdown took back from him, so he really should have 3 at the moment in the first half.
This dude Pollard is an amazing dude, man.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a headache. You know, not a bad headache for the Cowboys to have. It's killing me on my fantasy football thing, but you know, it's good for them, and then it takes the pressure off Dak too, that he doesn't have to do the running, because obviously after that whole thing last year, you don't want Dak on the run.
No, you don't.
But the Eagles, I don't know. They're stuck in gear on this offense. I've been on the website. Join us at the McKenzie Report. We got a live game thread going back and forth as the Cowboys and the Eagles, my top 2 fan bases and stuff. So the play calling, the Eagles Nation is screaming for the play calling on their side. And they're right. I mean, it's just dink and dunk so far for Jalen Hurts. Right. I haven't seen Devontae go off yet. I'm still waiting for that to happen. And this tight end, Gobbert, I'm waiting for him to go forward. But it's just been really almost handcuffed, really, by his new invented Dallas defense led by Micah Parsons.
Defense looks really, really good. They're playing really
hard. See, this is what we mean. 3rd and 24, you're going to run a screenplay, and it's not going to work. What is that? I mean, it almost worked. They're about 6 yards short, but still. I don't know. I understand or trust this play calling at all.
No, the Eagles need some help. They need some help. That whole division is kind of shaky.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame. They call it the NFC least for a reason. I was expecting and had high expectations for the Giants. It looked a little easy on the schedule. When the schedule came out, I said, okay, we can handle the Broncos. and the Washington football team and Atlanta shouldn't have their stuff together, but all of a sudden we 0-3, can't run the ball, and if you can't run the ball, you can't play action, and if you can't play action, Danny Dimes is pointless. So it's all up to the offensive line, and right now they got a big fat F and a big fat 0 for wins.
Let me tell you something. The Giants, my brother, I'm a Giants fan to the death. I'm never going to jump ship on the Giants.
Never.
But it's just that they
try me. They try.
They give us no hope.
And there's no defense either. I mean, I don't know. The Washington football team skated on them. Some third string quarterback Heineke looked like Pat Mahomes of old and stuff. And then this guy Ryan is on the other side of his career. And they don't have their wide receivers together, but somehow strangely they put a drive together and got it in overtime to kick it over. I mean, 17-14, they had the lead and they just lost it. The defense just, I don't know, they didn't do enough wind sprints. They keep giving up leads in the fourth quarter, and it's killing us. The last 3 games, we're in every game, but they just give it up that quickly. It's a shame.
They could have won all those games.
All of them. Joe Judge is doing a great job. They're very competitive, but they keep losing. They don't have that killer instinct at all.
They need 1 or 2 more pieces over there.
I don't know. You're running out of it. I mean, what else can you do? I guess on defense maybe, but they need a showstopper for sure.
They need a defensive line, or an offensive line. You know what I mean? Like they need that. Giants, man. I'm telling you, man. But let's run it down the line. That Green Bay game.
Again, it's Aaron Rodgers. You're gonna, he ain't on my good side lately because of all the stupidness that he's gone through and put everybody through in the summertime. But now he's slowly but surely moving back over to the Aaron Rodgers that we know to love and hate. He's just a killer. He's just a killer. He just loves to put the pressure, almost like Jordan, right? Remember Jordan just love it when everything comes down to him and he's going to hit the winning shot, and he just wants it to be the winning shot. And that's what Rodgers is. He just, okay, you got me 45 seconds on the clock. Okay, jing, 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 jing.
Sam
Crosby, kick that ball for him. 50-yarder, and it was done. He was like, enough of this nonsense that I got my mind invested into the game. I clearly got my mind invested in the game. Get everybody off my back. I'm done with it. I'm done talking to y'all.
Man really thought they was in the mix. They thought it was over. Rodgers like, I got enough time to throw the
And poor Jimmy G, man, you feel bad for the kid. I mean, he's on the second tier because he keeps facing all these other big name tier quarterbacks, Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Now he's got to face Rodgers. He keeps losing to Rodgers. And I'm like, well, he would be on the top tier, but he got to win the game. You got to win the game, but somehow, strangely, they just can't end up not winning all the time.
Got to win the game, man.
Yeah.
Got to win the game, man. It just, that Tampa Bay game,
that was a shocker. I mean, that was a shocker. I mean, I didn't think. The Rams got the defense, no doubt about it, but Brady and the rest of them just took the night off. Once Gronk went down, it went all downhill after that. So Gronk came out the game, and then next thing you know, but hats off to Matt Stafford and Sean McVay. Sean McVay did the Dr. Frankenstein kind of thing, and he just reconstructed Matt Stafford. Either he had it in him all along, and they were in Detroit, and we just didn't know about it, or just he's in a better environment with this guy. And hats off to the boy Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp is just lighting it up left, right, and center. I'm like, I don't think it's speed. I don't think it's nothing. They even dusted off Deshaun Jackson out of everybody. They just said, hey, I think he's got a sickness or an illness. He looks a little heavier than normal back in his Philadelphia and Redskins days. But something's going on. But he had like 100 yards yesterday and a 75-yard touchdown all by himself. It just somehow – Mike Edwards, he was the star last week with 2 interceptions and a touchdown, but this week he just looked like almost schoolyard Pop Warner. He was like, why am I behind this guy by about 10, 15 yards? It was crazy.
Well, now we see that Tampa Bay and the Chiefs, they both got losses.
Yeah, and we're gonna learn a lot. It's a 17-game season.
That's right.
And where we at, we have to learn a lot. And I'll throw in Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers in there too, because
right.
something's going on.
And the Seahawks.
And the Seahawks, yep. They all got a question, and it's really what you call, like you said last week, bounce back games, and none of them bounced back at all. They all took the choke on that. Who thought about it? I mean, hats off again to the Chargers running up their young guns and say, hey, we ain't intimidated. We're going to come in here. We're going to run our show. We're going to stop you. And I think they learned from the Ravens game. They stopped Tyreek Hill. They stopped Travis Kelce. That was it. And everybody else got to beat us. And the rest of them aren't used to it. And again, we can't leave the game up to Pat Mahomes to try to save the day every time. Because sometimes Superman may or not answer that call. You don't know.
You got to stop putting so much pressure on Pat Mahomes, man.
No, it's no way. I mean, it's great, and he feels it, and he thinks he could do it, and that's awesome that he tries. But everybody else got to step up, man. And shout out to Andy Reid. Hopefully, he comes back and bounces back from whatever happened to him. It looks like he's still in the hospital but recovering. Prayers up for him.
Yeah, man. Everybody, man. Everybody, man. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, but I'm really shocked it's Big Ben, man. Big Ben. I mean, we said it week one, right? We said Eli retired. We said Phillip Rivers retired. And Big Ben was in that class too, so he looked shabbily yesterday.
He looked like a statue. He don't even.
Yeah, it looked like they like mocked it or cropped it, and he's running slow, and everybody else is running fast, and he's just like almost statuesque. That I'm like, what is going on? He just armor rusted Iron Man type dude. It was like, yeah, and he was taking some hits, and it started looking ugly. Keep dragging himself off the ground like that. I was feeling bad for him after a while.
He's finished. It is just sad to say that
he's finished, and if that's true, they don't have a backup plan. So that's the worry about it. They got Haskins down there, but Haskins, as you know, he's a project. He's clearly a project. Right. And he's going to take a couple of years to get his head right.
Well, before he's really what they need him to be.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. Again, it's a long way between Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon. It's only 24 hours, but it's a big difference in the field. Everything's just different. Movements are different. Speed's different. You got to adjust so much. Things that happen for you easily on Saturday afternoon is not going to be as easy on Sunday afternoon.
Who we thought would be a killer is really not the killers.
No.
It's a whole different situation, man.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of these guys are learning, unfortunately, for the bad part of it and stuff. And some of them comes frustration, your contract, you feel guilty, you sign this big contract, you ain't living up to expectation. It's a lot for a young man nowadays, man. It's but they don't want to patch you anymore. You know, used to be the great quarterback sat on the bench for like 2 years and then come out. They want you to go from get-go. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But really, I can only name Dan Marino, who came out the word works and just started lighting it up. I mean, everybody else after that, I mean, we seen them do it. They tried, but it's not working. You see RG3 going. Haskins going. I mean, this guy Trevor Lawrence ain't adding up. Zach Wilson and the Jets. Oh my God, he's not adding up. So it's like, you know, it's not a good philosophy to have. These kids are too young. And then we saw Justin Fields yesterday. So 9 sacks of Cleveland Browns. I mean, my God. Garrett 4.5 his damn self.
I really like Fields, man. I like Fields.
He looked great, but. Again, who's he throwing to?
Right.
Maybe some of the Chicago's wide receivers, if he does have time. I mean, I won't take the line off the hook yet. But if he does have time, who's he throwing to? I mean, I gotta Google that. Who's on Chicago? Chicago wide receivers. I gotta look that up. I mean,
who the Bears got?
The first name to come to mind. They ain't on my fantasy team. I know that.
Bears have nobody in this.
They have nobody to throw to. They have nobody to throw to. Who's toting the rock? Who's the running back? They're setting up the play action. We got Justin Fields. Yeah, we're going to buy everybody else.
We got Justin Fields, but no other pieces to go.
Chicago just always known for his defense, and it's still got a good defense with Mac. and Raekwon Smith. But other than that, I'm like, I don't even know who's out there right now.
You know, I really thought that, you know, like again, we looking at what's going on, man, but it's just like the teams that we felt that were going to be the dominant factor, not the dominant factor.
No, and it's either going to stabilize itself or this way you're going to keep on going down. So these 0-3 teams, I mean, should we start to be concerned about the Steelers? Quite frankly, from what I saw yesterday, yeah, we need to be concerned about the Steelers. Should we be concerned about the Chiefs? I mean, Giants got one less win than the Chiefs do, if you want to put it in perspective.
Exactly.
Is it the same thing? And the schedule should be getting harder. Should we be overzealous about the Raiders? So, I mean, the Broncos are undefeated, but I mean, really, we're talking the Giants, the Jets, and who else they beat?
Even
I don't even know.
You can't count we can't count none of them out.
Yeah, well, you can't. Now, everybody's still in the same. Nobody's out of it anymore. Right. A lot of people in Giants Nation tanking up and talking about the first-round draft pick and all that. People, I mean, just calm down. Everybody just relax. It's 0-3. It's a long season. Right. Everybody's getting hyped. They're not even playing divisional games yet. So, I mean, you got to fight. You got to win your division to go to the playoffs. Right. You
got to win your division, man.
And you get an extra wild card this year. It's went up from 6 to 7. So you got to, 3 guys are going to make the wild card and not just 2. So, I mean, everybody just relax. I mean, it's cool. That's why we play the game. And, I think it's still open and everything. But a lot more. Some teams are, they moving to that meter's moving over to, we can't take another loss again. Right. Right. It would be better if we had a win than a loss, but that's common knowledge, right? Wins beat losses anytime you think about it.
The Chiefs can't take another loss.
The Chiefs are acting like we could just turn this switch on. And in that philosophy, you've seen it against the Texans in the playoffs when they went to the Super Bowl the first time. You see it a couple of times. They just always play like, yay, whatever, we'll just turn it on. And then all of a sudden it somehow magically works. That philosophy is gone now because, the defensive coordinators caught up to them. Okay, we know what to do. We know what we're going to go send Tyreek deep. What we're going to do is just put a man high-low on Tyreek, and we're going to just try to cover Kelsey and just see what happens. And then hopefully the pressure gets to them before Mahomes can get to Kelsey or Hill. And I mean, everybody else. And then they're gunning for it because the Raiders beat them last year. In Arrowhead, if I'm not mistaken. The Chargers beat them this year in Arrowhead. They got a mark on them. Then they're not thinking like, hey, we're already in the Super Bowl. Now you got to take these steps first before you get to the Super Bowl. And we got to figure out this defense. It's everybody and their mama from 3rd grade knows, well, if you're playing the Chiefs, you better come with a whole bunch of offense because they have no defense.
That's
the only way. The only way is just outscoring the other guy, and that's it. Now, some of these offenses are caught up to the Chiefs. All right, you want to go deep? I'll go deep too. Yeah,
right, exactly.
Because I'll get this dude off the bench.
Ain't about nothing.
Yeah, and if it keeps the score up, spread the ball around and go deep because these guys don't have a secondary, they don't have a pass rush, and they don't have linebackers to cover the running backs coming out the backfield. And Mahomes, I don't know. The Chiefs just only that.
Mahomes is just not accurate like he was, man.
Yeah, I think he's just, I don't know. I hate to say it's the television, but I see a lot of commercials. And when you see a lot of commercials, it just goes hand in hand. When you're getting too much, your focus ain't locked in. You ain't locked in like that.
Not hitting his punches when he needs
that was interceptions. One bounced off the receiver. I give him that credit. But that one to Kelsey that was missed him by like 10 yards. I mean, what was that? What was he thinking? Where was he going? Where was he throwing to? He's not accurate at all, like you said. No. I mean, there's a lot of interceptions for him.
He's throwing a lot of desperation shots.
Yeah.
He's not utilizing his players.
He needs to get back to basics, man. He needs to take 3 stops back. Yes, I could do this magical sidestep, cross my body type pass. Yeah, I could do that when necessary. It ain't going to happen every game. And they're making them throw more and more. All these guys are throwing 40, 50 times a game. I mean, that's crazy. There is no running game in some of these guys' repertoire. I can't understand it. I've never seen this happen this wide open, this much so early.
We let me tell you something. So far, Dallas is. I ain't on the Dallas bandwagon never, but Dallas is holding their own.
Yeah, I mean they got a defense and they look good on paper. You got 2 running backs and you got about 4 receivers. Anybody could catch the ball. You give Dak time, he'll eat you alive, and that's what he's doing right now. 13 out of 16, 148 yards already. That's the first half.
Defense is looking very, very good. Listen, man, I guess by the time we get around week 6,
we'll have a clearer head. Yeah. Maybe, but the way it's going, you better keep pace right now because you're gonna get left behind. That's the way it is. It might be a lot of parity. You might see a lot of people hovering around the 500s and 1 game over, 2 games under, but around there. But eventually, after Thanksgiving, maybe that's gonna pull away. Everybody's gonna start pulling away and stuff. They just gotta win the game.
They gave us an extra week of football, so
yeah.
We're really going to see, but our heavy hitters, our top dudes, are not holding up.
No. Everybody you expected to be up top ain't up top because nobody was calling the Raiders, nobody was calling the Broncos to be 3-0. But here we go. Here we are. And the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals. So the game of the week, just to preview week 4, that's got to be the game of the week. Cardinals, Rams. Both 3-0. Let's see who can put up a shut up, and let's see what happens.
Cardinals is a rebirth. I don't know what they ate over the summer.
Yeah.
Electrifying right now.
Yeah. But again, probably part of it's the schedule. They got to play what's on the schedule. Right. I don't see any door bangers just yet, and I don't think they played the division yet. So we'll see.
We back in the mix now. Game is just starting back up again. It's 20-7 Dallas. Dallas look like, man, they going to handle these cats. Philly, I don't know what y'all going to do.
Philly got to get out the mud. They get stuck in neutral right now. They got to get the ball game going, get it 1 good drive to open up, at least get the shivers off. The offense is not helping the defense. They got to play complementary football. The defense can't stop nobody if the offense is 3 and out every time they touch the ball. I mean, give the defense a break. Give them something to breathe on and see what happens.
It's not going to work. Well, we're going to let y'all go, man. This is going to be a situation. We're going to be back with y'all Thursday night, halftime. Report.
We got the Jaguars against the Bengals. Should be a showdown against the 2 last number 1 draft choices.
I want to see him. I really want to see him go up against a hard competition to really know what he's made of.
Yeah. Well, you talking about Trevor Lawrence or Joe Burrow? Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is going to definitely have a good defense to go up against this time around. It's a shame Etienne is, his backfield mate from Clemson got hurt earlier, so he can't really run. But they're running the ball good with James Robinson. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Drop ball wide open.
So that can't be happening.
No.
Philly, step your game up. This is Monday Night Football Madness. McKenzie Report, my man Big J and the Merciful. We here. Y'all need to lock in. We here every Monday night, halftime. Thursday night, halftime to give you the rundown. The McKenzie Report is going to put you up on your picks and your punts and what's going on throughout the week, man. Check in on them. It's a real deal on the McKenzie Report. Check in on them, punch in with them, and find out. Text them if you got questions about which way you need to go. Get on there.
Definitely. McKenzie Report on Facebook. You want to join in? That's fine. Just ask for an invitation. Interception, touchdown. Cowboys. This game's over. I'm going to go to bed early. But join us on the McKenzie Report anytime. All about football, for the love of football. All the things that you need to know. College football, especially on the Monday nights. We got a game thread going right now with the Cowboys and the Eagles since that's two of the biggest fan bases right here. But come join us, talk about football anytime you want.
We're going to let y'all know, too, on Chopped Cheese. After week 6, that's the middle ground, week 6, we're going to be giving away whoever does the next after week 6, whoever picks are on point after week 6, going into the final stretch, we got a super prize for you. So make sure y'all hit the McKenzie Report, hit Chop Cheap TV. We got a serious prize for you. Make sure y'all check in with us. It's going to be a serious situation. It may be some tickets. It may be some money. It may be a gift. But check in with the McKenzie Report. Check in with Chop Cheese. If your picks after week 6, listen to me, after week 6, if your picks are on point, you can win a bonus prize through the McKenzie Report and Chop Cheese TV, man. So
Wow.
Get the situation together. It's going down. It's a beautiful thing. Make sure y'all hit us. I'm the Merciful, and that's my man, Big J. Football is in his blood.
Yes, yes, yes. Good to be back. Good to be back.
We'll see y'all Thursday night. We'll have more
Definitely.
updates. We'll have more updates on the prize. We're going to talk more about the picks. We're going to talk more about ways that y'all can get involved and get in. And we're going to talk more about point spreads and things of that nature on the McKenzie Report. Check in with him, and they'll be there. But again, letting y'all know, after week 6, start setting up your picks, because either you may win some tickets, you may win a super prize, or you may get an envelope full of cash. It's going down.
Good. Sounds good. Can I enter? Or
Oh,
oh man. All right.
No way.
All right, then I'll set that disclaimer. If I ain't get your picks right, don't come after me. That's all I gotta say.
We'll see y'all on Thursday night, man. Y'all be safe.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yes, sir.